so cute.
Time they go podcast. Time they go
I played that for him the other day, and he was like, "What the heck? That's me."
Yeah, I think you said that last time.
Did I?
Yeah.
I just came to me.
But we do need to get him to do it again.
Girl, yeah, I like the new name and stuff.
We do.
He's gonna sound so different too.
Yeah. And I'm going to add more stuff. Some more stuff for him to say so there's more
That was a
variability.
cool little intro.
That was on the fly. On the fly. Divine.
Okay, we gotta start saying
What? Podcast 101, bro.
Who?
You're fucking fired, bro.
Ooh,
You're fired.
I don't even know.
What the heck, bro? What the hell? What the
Ew,
hell?
that's been so stuck in my head. I'm so mad.
What
That
the hell?
song is
Isn't it
so
from a song?
Yeah.
I barely heard the real song. I heard other people say it before I heard the actual.
It's like a trend right now on like
What the hell?
TikTok where you play that sound and then you say like something that happened to you or whatever.
Isn't it supposed to be like kind of confusing though?
Yeah, like how could that happen or whatever?
But pick up.
Oh,
pick
it's
up
my
a-
watch now ringing. No, it's. I don't know who that is. I don't pick up numbers. I don't know. Turn my watch
Just
off.
Put them on the mic. We can connect you, and then I think you can do voice calls if you connect your phone. Like it'll pass through the audio. Anyways,
Anyway, sorry guys.
Oh, yeah, I wanted-
Rudely interrupted.
I wanted to start with this.
What?
Shit. Fuck.
You forgot. You started with the song though, so you did something.
Yeah.
I don't want this in the.
But this is what I really wanted to start with. I put it even in my notes. I said start with this. Why is it
Every
video's
time we-
unavailable?
Every time we start,
Oh no, it's not. They
I
just
get a
lied to
little
me.
bit nervous. Okay.
They literally lied to me.
What are you playing right now? I'm kind of scared. If I heard this playing somewhere, I'm walking out the door so fucking fast.
Jasmine, it's the Kyoto Monks Tantric
Some-
Choir Tibetan chants for world peace.
That's supposed to be peaceful, like world peace.
I mean, it's 49 minutes long, so let me skip to towards the
No.
end.
Why did you?
This is 40 minutes. This is 6. It really starts like this. Next time we should start like that.
No, this is so scary.
With robes.
Okay.
Imagine I come in with a robe and the lights are dim and we have a couple candles and like a book on the desk.
No. People are clicking out right now. Diego, stop. We don't want people to leave. We want them to stay.
My bad. I thought, okay, anyways.
Yeah, let's see.
There's this guy that lives. Okay, 2 things. One, I've been watching Severed. It's a show on Apple TV.
Severed or Severance?
Severance. They get severed. That's what it's called. But it's Severance. That's the show name, which also pretty good name because it's like a corporate job. You get severance.
Oh yeah, it is about a corporate job, huh? Like
Yeah,
people
and
that
it is
work.
important.
Okay.
So it's about a corporate job, just to give you a summary. And there's something weird going on because the way it works is that they don't really remember working there, but they're working there. And it has to deal with like consciousness and kind of ethics, but it is kind of like Twilight Zone-y,
Okay.
like
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
magical, like interesting.
Yeah.
Like, are they doing the right thing? But it's a good show.
I think I tried. I think I started the first episode, but I didn't get very far into it.
Yeah, it's very creative.
Okay.
Basically, just to continue the conversation, they work at this place called Lumen, and they don't know what they do there because once they get into the elevator to go down to the floor where they work at,
Oh yes.
their mind gets severed, so then they become someone else. So
That's
they kind of
crazy.
like scientifically find a way how to
Switch them.
switch them to create a separate personality. I feel like sometimes they just split the brain in half because I think that's what they said they could do.
Yeah.
Is that it becomes 2 separate things.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you split the brain in half and you write something with like the right brain doesn't know what the left brain is
Right.
doing,
Right.
and the left brain doesn't know what the right brain
Isn't
is
it
doing.
crazy if you get
But
like
they can still work.
if you get a head injury, it really messes up your brain, and then there's things like
Yeah.
you can't remember.
You can't remember, you can't walk.
That's so crazy.
So that's a good show. I've been watching that. But there's a guy in real life that I learned about recently too, where he was in England, I think, and I think it was in the 40s, and he basically gets some type of HIV that's somehow spread into his brain, and that's like super ultra mega rare. Like it never happens. It's 0.0001%, and it happened to this fucking guy. Huh?
I said I hate statistics like
Yeah.
that because then you're like, is it gonna be me?
No. This is like, it should be no one, but it happened to this guy. And then before that, his job was conducting like religious music type music. That's the best I could say. Like choir, violin,
Like that song.
classical music, kind of, but
That's-
more for Catholicism.
Okay.
So it's much more light.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
sound like 7 guys are singing from their stomach pit.
Mm.
Whoa.
Yeah. Ew. It's so ugly.
And it's 1,000 guys in one room.
So
So the
ugly.
acoustics are crazy. But
The acoustics. Yeah. Like yeah.
yeah. Imagine being in that room.
Mhm.
That probably feels trippy.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing that many voices. You could probably feel it in your body.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like when there's a
Like the
speaker in front
humming.
of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. Uh,
Girls.
what were we talking about though?
That
Oh yeah,
show.
Severance. That show, that guy. So eventually he gets it when he's like in his 40s. That's when it happens. Or late 30s or whatever. And he had a wife at the time. And so what happens to him is that he starts losing his memory.
Okay.
So he has a really, really high fever. They send him to the hospital and then he survives it. They send him back home. And on the way home, he doesn't recognize his home. He's like, she tells him like, oh, this is our house. Where are you going? And he's like, oh, this is our house.
Dang, that's scary.
Like it immediately starts hitting him or affecting him. And then stuff like that starts happening over the course of the day. And like it just gets worse and worse. To the point where he had to live separately from her. And then just because his mind, like
it was.
he needed special care.
Yeah.
Because he only lived on. It started off with 30 seconds of time.
Oh.
Every
my
30 seconds. He would say, every 30 seconds, you're the first person I've ever seen.
Ever?
Ever. So his consciousness was getting erased somehow.
Ew.
So, like,
ever
it-
is crazy.
So the way they explained it is that the HIV virus that infected his brain, what it did is it basically shaved off the part of the brain that works with memory and like consciousness.
Mm.
So he can't make any new memories and he barely remembers things about his past. Like he knows he has kids, but he can't remember their names, even though they're in front of him. And he knows they're his kid and they tell him, I'm your child. He doesn't know their name.
That's so sad.
There's a clip that's uncut and so it's unedited. It's a long shot conversation between his wife and him at like a dinner. They like went out to dinner
Mm-hmm.
at this breakfast place or whatever. And it was cute. They're talking. And then she's asking him like, oh, do you know where I work? And he goes, no. And she goes, guess. And then he guesses like on the second or third try. He says PR,
Okay.
I think, or something like that. I'm pretty sure. And she goes, oh, yeah, it's great. You're right, whatever. They have a little conversation. He's like, yeah, I'm sure that's a really day-to-day different life. And then he like stops, eats, cuts the food, eats.
And then forget.
And then she goes, do you know where I work? And then he goes, no.
Ew,
And then,
that's so like.
and then
So she's
and
asking the
it's, you
same
just
question.
you see it and and it's so sad. It's so sad.
That makes me anxious.
And
I
then
don't know
they
if I
show
can
that
watch
he
that.
they show that he has this journal in his room, and every time he wakes up for the first time, he says he writes down like 7:01 a.m. just started existing for the first time, and he writes down like a little code to know that it's the first time, but then he'll forget, so then he does it again. 7:02. This is the first time I woken up, and now it's a different code so that he knows that actually this time was the first time he actually woke up, and the other ones aren't him. So he's trying to convince himself he's not like
Going crazy.
coming back, I guess. Like he doesn't even know that he has what he has. In the second, they do a follow up when he's like 50 or 60 that I watched too, and they say, yeah, we did a documentary on you when it initially happened when you were whatever age, and people loved it. Do you remember that? He goes, oh no. And then he's like, yeah, that's why we're here. And then like he just doesn't know anything, even though this has been documented and he's been tracked forever since then because it's been such a weird thing. But also what he can do is he goes, I've never heard a note of music. I don't know how to conduct
He knows,
music because he doesn't
No.
know that he knows. Yeah. So, but then they take him in front of a piano or they have him they give him a conductor stick and immediately he can play the most craziest shit you can ever hear.
I don't know.
No.
No, I know, but I'm saying like
It's real.
how does he not remember anything? But
Well,
then
that's
he's
the
just
other
good
thing.
at it?
So that's what they learned about him and how the memory works in the brain is that the part that the HIV affected showed us that was what would happen, and there are other parts of the brain were kept, as in like the muscle memory and more like body memory too
Okay.
is also stored in the brain. So although he couldn't consciously recollect that I can play like beautiful piano songs and conduct choirs and stuff like
He
that,
was still able.
he
to
was still able to do it. But every time, every day, he was like, I can't do that. What are you talking about? There's a clip of him getting mad at his wife. And he's like, I'm telling you, I
This
can't.
is what, a show, movie?
No,
book?
it's a
What do you-
documentary.
Oh, a documentary.
Yeah, it's a
No.
documentary.
Mm-mm.
And
can't.
then
So
Yeah,
is
he
he alive
literally-
today or no?
I think he's dead by now because he was pretty old in the follow up, and he was like 60 or 70 in that.
That's so sad.
Pretty interesting.
To
But
live your whole life like that.
I was thinking, yeah. And then eventually it got down to 7 seconds of time that he was, they call it, he was living on an island of time. Everything that was past those 7 seconds was getting shaved off. He had no short-term memory.
What was like in that movie 50 First Dates, 10-Second Tom? Remember?
I don't remember that character, but it's like that, yeah.
Where every 10 seconds he's like, "Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet
That's
you."
how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what they were trying to reference or something.
Mm-hmm.
But exactly like that. And it's very cute at first because they show him
Cute.
cute because she talks about the relationship because of how that affected
Oh.
the relationship.
So they show
So
the relationship.
they show the relationship, yeah. And she's like, yeah, every time I see him, it's like he's seeing me for the first time because he knows one thing he remembers is that's his wife. He doesn't forget that that's his wife. He doesn't. I don't think he forgets her name. I think he remembers her name.
Okay.
But every time she walks through the door, it's like the first time he's seen
like
her.
all excited.
So he's like, "Oh my god!" And it's very very cute to see. And you see how like it's cool to her, but then eventually it gets old. She says,
Oh,
because
then
it's
she's like,
day
"Okay, shut the fuck
175. And he's like,
up."
"Oh my god!" Because for him it is the first day.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that guy was literally unwillingly severed.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna get to.
He's like, to summarize it real quick, tells the whole 30 minutes.
Severed to the extent that he doesn't.
You
remember
basically told me the
7
whole
seconds.
documentary.
Yeah, no, but it's a really good documentary. Both of them. Super
I don't know if I
interesting.
can watch
super
that.
sad.
Though, 'cause, yeah,
His,
I'll be really
his
sad.
children
after.
talk about him.
How many kids?
I think he's got like 3. One they finally get him to meet with him because they haven't seen each other in like 12 years or 7 years, something like
Dang.
that, like a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then one son, like was saying this as he was kind of starting to cry that like he sometimes is scared to ask him. He doesn't ask him what his name is to his dad because he's afraid that his dad doesn't know it. So he doesn't want
wanna
him.
know.
He doesn't want him to know that he doesn't know it, and he doesn't
Oh.
want to know if he doesn't know it either.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I couldn't imagine looking at my parent and being like, "You don't know who I am?"
Every day, every time
Every-
he comes,
yeah.
you have to explain you have kids to him and that you have a job
So
and what you
sad.
do, and yeah.
Mm-mm.
His name was Clive Waring.
Yeah, that's like that 50 First Dates movie, but
Mhm.
it to an extreme because
Yeah,
at least hers was a day. She had memory for like a day.
yeah. There's clips of him pacing back and forth in the room in his bedroom because someone's recording him, and they're like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "You're the first person I've ever seen," and he's just like thinking about it, and he's pacing, and he's like, "You're the first person I've ever seen."
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on because that movie. I'm getting anxious. I keep thinking it's a movie, but then I remember it's a
No,
documentary.
It's
Then
a real life.
and then I freak out a little bit more. Okay, let me not.
Okay.
Okay, I saw a TikTok of it's like the scientist person, I don't know. But basically they were saying that we weren't ever meant to see ourselves. Like mirrors weren't,
Yeah,
weren't
yeah,
like
yeah.
supposed to exist. So like
We didn't have those.
like
probably a long
socially
time.
it's basically saying like you are the only person who cares what you look like.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, duh." And then they're like, "You don't look bad." Because
Because nobody gives a fuck about you.
and it's like
And-
you weren't supposed to see what you look like, so you're not going to look bad to anybody, you know?
And what can you do if you do? You know, at the end of the day.
Everyone has different obviously everyone sees you differently. That's why some people think you're pretty and some people think you're ugly or handsome or whatever. Like not everyone sees you the same way.
For sure.
So you weren't supposed to see yourself, and that's why people are like everyone who like gets work done on themselves and have these insecurities, like you wouldn't know that if it wasn't for a mirror. And
Yeah,
we're
the
like,
only people that probably the only way they saw it back in the day was probably in the water.
Like when we're mirror, yeah, that'd be crazy.
You
Imagine
have to
seeing
go to the
yourself
water, yeah.
for the
just-
first time in the reflection.
Oh my god. I mean, I'm
That's
sure
crazy.
that happens when you're young, though. You know.
There is a developmental stage in kids where they come to a point where they look in the mirror and they realize it's them.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
that
when they're
means
really
could-
little, they think it's someone else in the mirror, and that's why they reach for it
Yeah, yeah.
because they think it's someone else.
Yeah.
And then they, over time, you keep showing them themselves, and then they realize, oh,
Yeah.
that's me.
And dogs too.
Yeah,
Dogs. That's how
dogs will bark in the mirror.
people are like, how conscious are dogs? I'm like, they're not that conscious, guys. They don't even. If
I'm
they see
like-
themselves in the mirror, they're like, oh fuck, shit.
Well, because like dogs don't use mirrors to get ready every day, you know?
Yeah, yeah, but they just also don't have that part of the brain.
And also, like, dogs aren't supposed to have mirrors. So when they do see one, they're like, what the fuck is
So
this
maybe-
thing?
maybe
You know, there's no
eventually-
mirrors in the streets for them to see.
Yeah, yeah, and eventually, in a million years over time, because they've been exposed to mirrors, evolution will give them maybe that part of their brain. So every time
Maybe.
they pass a mirror, they're like, "Do I look good?" They check their collar.
Literally, that'd be
They
hilarious.
just become super self-conscious,
They're
and we
like
have
fixing they're like, oh, it's
Yeah.
not cooking.
now with anxiety dogs, you also have low self-esteem dogs.
Yeah. Fuck, I'm ugly.
I'm an ugly dog. I can barely breathe. I'm a pug. Look at me. I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, Lincoln's like, what the fuck happened to my nose?
Then yeah. What the fuck? What you? I didn't ask to be born here. You guys made me.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They're gonna have to make dog therapists then to deal with
It's
that
crazy
issue.
how dogs can.
Dogs already take like Prozac and shit.
No, I know, but that's crazy how dogs can be anxious and dogs can be depressed. Like,
Yeah, they do have that part.
that's what I'm saying. So they are. They've
They
never
are-
seen a mirror, but they are like.
They have emotions.
Yeah, that's
they
crazy.
have emotions for sure.
That's so wild. Because they're just an animal. You know how like the other? Oh my god! Yesterday we were talking about like flies and stuff, and I was like, do you think they like feel
Oh,
feelings
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
right? So it's like, to what extent?
When does that happen?
Yeah, what animals do and don't. That might be the
I would
stupidest question.
say no. I'd say anything with like mice. I would say mice and up.
Anything smaller than a mice is
Anything
not.
smaller than a mice, I don't know if they feel depression.
Right.
or
So I feel like a
sadness, so-
mouse couldn't die from being sad.
Yeah, I don't know if a fly is like, today my day is not that good. You know,
Well, they only
I
have one
think he's
day.
like fuck. I gotta.
They're flying all fast.
Yeah, they're just shitting on your food, eating, and then they
Ew.
die the next day. They're
And
like,
I'm right here with the.
yeah.
Yeah, flies are nasty.
I mean,
but-
hopefully not.
I know, because that would suck. Like when I killed that mosquito.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm so sorry.
He's like, ah! Ah! That's all you hear.
I'm not chasing him with the towel. and He's,
They do say
he's screaming.
that vegetables scream.
the way you said that, so like profound. Like they do say.
Watch this. Watch. Watch. I gotta confirm.
Dying. Who? Well, I mean, it's like when plants get sad, supposedly. You
They
know
said, stressed plants emitted more sound than unstressed plants.
what sound?
We have found that
So
many
do we
plants,
hear
corn,
them?
wheat, grape, and cactus plants, for example, emit sounds when they're stressed.
There's no way they're fucking crying. There's no way.
Bro, we're all murderers, bro. Even vegans, bro. You're not safe.
No, you're pulling it away. You're breaking its roots from the ground. You're killing it. Literally.
Let me see. Sorry, veggies.
That's why when you cut
Scientists
a
say
flower, it dies.
Veggies scream when they're cut.
Shut. There's no way that's true.
In Israel, so researchers in Israel say tomatoes scream when they're cut from their stems. In a scientific discovery, may someday.
How do they know this if has someone heard it?
There are actually sounds we don't hear, and those sounds carry information. There are animals that can hear these sounds.
This is no.
Imagine
So
being an
they're-
animal and hearing.
From a
And they're like-
tomato? The
They're
guy's
getting
cutting
to
the tomato.
tomatoes. They're getting to the tomatoes. They're getting closer.
No, they like
No wonder.
they don't cry or scream like because they're hurt, right? I mean, how would we know? We've never talked to a fucking tomato.
Even in a quiet field, there are
think-
actually sounds that we don't hear, and those sounds carry information. There are animals that can hear these sounds, so there's possibility that a lot of acoustic interaction is occurring.
You know when dogs like
Whoa.
are like walking and then they're like,
Yeah.
and there was no sound.
And we go, we yank them.
They heard a tomato dying and we're like, get the fuck on, hurry up.
They're like, oh my God. And we're like, get over it. Come on, take a shit. Let's go.
That's so great. Okay, well the dog whistles, like we don't hear that, right?
Yeah, we don't.
Like what?
Which that's kind of shitty.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about dog whistles.
You don't think they're real?
No, not that they're real.
Oh.
Anything I don't hear that's not real. Not that they're real, not real, but just like I wouldn't do that personally. Put a dog whistle on my lawn.
No. Well, I
Like-
mean, what's the point of it?
I think it's just so they don't shit on your lawn or something.
Oh.
Unless you're allergic, I would get. If you're deathly allergic to dogs, sure,
Mm.
I get that. But if you're not, and you're just like, I just want to keep my lawn clean,
It scares them
whatever,
away?
bro. I think, yeah.
Oh.
It like hurts their ears.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure, or at least it's not a pleasant noise.
Yeah. Probably sounds like a screech.
Yeah, let me see. Dog
Whistle.
dog whistle sound. Ooh, we can hear it. Oh, but this is a literal dog whistle.
What do you mean?
Well, it says if they're used properly, it should not cause harm.
Yeah, I thought it's supposed to like get like when you're training them, get their attention, or I don't know.
I'm thinking about the ones that are on the lawn, though. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh. I was thinking, aren't there silent dog whistles
I've,
like that you can put in your lawn, and there's a dog nearby, it'll sense it somehow? Or am I tripping?
I feel like that might have been like in a movie somewhere, but I don't know how accurate or real that is.
Damn, have I just been lying to myself this whole time?
Maybe. It's okay. We learn something new every day.
For sure.
We learn something new every podcast. Let's be real. One of us is teaching one of us something.
Yeah. I
or
hate the.
like we're correcting each other or something.
Yeah,
We're
for
learning.
sure,
We're learning. We're
We're-
growing.
Oh!
We're growing up, guys.
Oh, shit.
Talking about growing up.
What was I saying?
Quaid's
What?
4th birthday.
Yeah.
Fun.
Oh, yeah, we did that. That's why we didn't record us because we were just
Yeah,
busy.
guys, I've been busy. If you guys don't know, I'm a
Now
mother.
we're not busy, so we're talking to a camera.
We spared an hour today to sit here with you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
on our busy schedule.
Yeah,
No, but yeah, if you're here for the first time, I have 2 children, which is always weird to say out loud. But my oldest turned 4, which is like, oh my God, he's turning 4. But like when I feel like people who don't have kids are like, okay, he's just 4. Like it's not a big age.
Mhm.
But I'm like, bro, he's 4.
But they change very fast.
Yeah, like at this age, he's gonna have like a drastic change.
Going from 31 to 34 is not the same from going to 1 to 4.
0 to 4.
That's like
Yeah.
the amount of growth that happens all the way up until you're like 16, 17 is insane.
Yeah. Every year
You're
you're
an alien every 2 years. You change every 2 years.
crazy.
You're not the same person every 2 years.
Yeah. So
Insane.
yeah, he's 4 and
Shout out Quid.
he's a real one. And then his birthday was Saturday and we had like obviously a birthday party for him and we had a bounce house and he loved it so much. Literally, Diego, ever since that day, every day he's asking me, can you call my cousins? Can you call, he says in this order, can you call my cousins? Can you get money for the bounce house? And can you call everyone? Like he wants everyone here
Yeah.
again every day. He wants to have a party.
Sick. Means you had a good time.
Yeah, he had a really good time. That kid was in the bounce house for like 6 hours
He was in the
nonstop.
bounce house. He had a cake. He had hella gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Fire gifts, might I say.
Mm-hmm.
If I got these gifts, even though I'm 23, I'd be like pretty
I
sick.
know, dude. I was like, because we didn't have birthday parties like that, so I was like opening the gifts with him. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, like the
People will
the
go.
people. It just shows that people like care about him and like know what
Yeah.
he likes and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like everyone that came, yet the next day I was thinking about it. I was like, dang, like a lot of people came and they came for him.
Yeah.
So it's like all those people care about him, and I was like, he's so lucky to have all those people.
For sure.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Because he has family, friends of a family. Like it's not just like our immediate family that we're close to, you know. He's gonna have all these people, and I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
I wish
His
Wish I had that.
community.
Yes.
He has a community.
he has a big
For
community.
sure.
So that was fun for us. And then now we plan Koa's second birthday, and that's gonna be a big change too, because He's not going to be babyish anymore. He's going to be.
He's gonna
I
be a
mean,
little
he's
boy.
already crazy, but he's going to get even crazier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once he starts talking, it's just going to be a wrap. He's going to give so much attitude all the time. I just
He
know
is.
it.
He is.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. Enough with the kid talk. I just had to bring. What are you looking at?
The ceiling looks like it has veins on it.
Oh,
You get me?
why did you say that? I would see like leaves,
Leaves,
like,
okay.
something in the ocean.
I feel
like a plant
But
in
if you
the
look
ocean.
at this for too long, it's
Yeah,
definitely
but
gonna just start moving.
Veins never came to mind. That's disgusting.
Like if you look at it and your eye here's
Like who chose? Oh yeah, this is a nice design texture for a ceiling.
I think they just took like a paintbrush roller and just
They kind of like it looks like they got like paper on it and went like this
yeah.
and then peeled it off.
Yeah, literally.
Gross.
Yeah. Nobody can see that but us.
Yeah, like why not make the wall smooth?
Well, if every single wall, including the ceiling, is smooth, I think that is a little weird.
True.
You're like in a
Okay.
insane asylum.
True.
And it's white in. Imagine if it was white in here and every wall was perfectly smooth.
But this wall just looks like it wasn't finished. Or like they just painted over it 1,000 times and it's just peeled paint. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I hate the way they advertise they've done it in movie theaters, I think. Like there's a new style of advertising or commercials where it's TikTok type commercials. Where it's very low budget. You have you seen those?
No, but I can just picture
It's
what
for
you're
like
saying.
these like productivity apps, and they'll pay these people. I'm assuming they're
Okay.
influencers or they're
Like a
influencers
little
and
ad.
yeah, and it's like a 30-second ad or
Yeah.
whatever. But it's like clearly in their living room,
Yeah.
like with a light.
It's
like,
a sponsored
like
post.
It's a sponsored post, and they're
Yeah.
using that sponsored post that was probably posted on their Instagram, which is
Yeah.
cool. Get their bread. I'm not shaming them for getting their bread, but like then they're showing it on TV and like on like in theaters and stuff like that. It's kind of like lazy, I think.
Yeah, they just
me.
they purchased like the copyrights of it
Yeah.
and just
Spam it.
went a little
everywhere.
too far with it.
Like, give me a good commercial. Like, give me that guy that gets hurt on the nationwide commercials. That's fun. That's cool. We get it. There's a universe there.
Yeah, and it's
History.
also not shot in his room.
Yeah, exactly. It's high quality.
Yeah.
Don't give me this TikTok shit.
True.
Imagine, because then I don't want more.
Ew,
I don't
I
want
could
that
just
to be
see
like a new
the
standard.
future. It's just
Exactly.
that. Like there's not going to be any real
Like
paid
high quality.
actors anymore.
Yeah, it's just gonna be people's houses.
It's going to be
second
content
job.
creators.
Yeah,
Pay
Bunch
me.
of, you're gonna be seeing a lot of single moms in your
Oh,
movie theater
definitely.
doing
you know?
ads for Manscaped, and which is like why. Like I get guys need to be like breastfed hygiene, but but like
They're
I
paying
hate-
women to tell you, so you're like, okay, I'll do that
And
because
then-
she said.
to be honest, like they always have their titties out
Oh.
or like their ass out, and they're like the new Manscaped. It's like, all right, I get it,
Yeah.
but
They're wearing like a Hooters shirt, but it says like Manscaped on it.
yeah, it's like,
It's like
do they really think we're all like? But it'd be getting me though, low key.
yeah, I mean,
I'm like, yeah, I do need a new one.
yeah, I do need to shave. You're right. But it's like there's like TikTok couples where they're sell stuff on TikTok shop.
Those are
I think
crazy.
I told you where like every shot he's just filming his wife's ass.
Yeah,
Hey, where'd you get those shorts from? And they're like fucking booty gym shorts.
yeah.
And
we
she's like,
talked about
oh,
this before.
these? And you don't see her face.
Yeah,
it's like
never.
weird.
Yeah,
But
and your kid can watch that
I hope they don't have kids.
on TikTok.
That's crazy.
Yup.
There's a Bop House. Have I told you about this?
I think so. With the girl who has a daughter who's fighting with custody. I think
Oh,
we
no.
talked about this last episode.
And the update supposedly she lost custody.
Obviously.
Yeah. But and
That's
she's like
crazy.
shocked and surprised. I'm like, okay, girl. Like, oh, and she does stream on Kick. That's what it's called.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's like green, the
Hmm.
logo.
Yeah.
But
They stream.
she's not in the Bop House, but she's in one of the houses like that. But there's a Bop House where the girls on there, they all do OF.
Yeah.
And they all just like live in a house. And the youngest girl there is I think like 19 or 20, which I'm like, you guys are fucking pervs if you're going after her and you're like old as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she makes like, I think
That's
like
crazy.
12 million a month or something.
Whoa.
Like one of them like 34 million. I said there's no fucking way. But the lowest one there makes like 5 million a month.
How much is rent?
1 month. I don't even think they have to pay for rent because it's like a content house.
To be honest, though, you know that house smells.
Oh my God, I'm sure
You know that
it's
house
huge.
smells.
It's like a mansion, but yeah, but like 12, even 5 million a month is, and then
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh, that was my bad month." What? That's embarrassing. Don't even say that.
Would you be comfortable in that house? Like, would you be able to have like a cup of coffee in the conversation with someone, and then there's like 4 other women in these rooms, like they're all doing crazy shit in there.
I
I don't know if I'd be able like to just sit there and be like, yo, I don't know. Can we step outside? They can handle their business.
I don't know, honestly. I mean, obviously, I would, like by choice, I would never go there. But if I was put in a situation like that, I would just be like, oh, like, I think because I'm a girl and they're girls.
I mean, yeah, it's a very
it's
guy
like,
of me.
whatever.
Yeah.
Because if I'm like in a house like that with all guys, get me the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
me
different.
too. I'm not trying to be in there either. Get me the fuck out.
But if she's like if let's say I had a friend and my friend started working and went to the Bop House, I'd be like, hey girl, like,
Hey, no, for sure.
You know
You're
what I
getting your
mean?
money. You're getting your money.
I don't know if I'd stop being her friend.
Yeah,
because,
but
like,
there's no bring your friend to day to work today.
well,
What?
they do like
Bring your friend to work day.
da 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 da. That's all I heard.
I thought about the first half and not the second half, but I knew what the second half sounded
Yeah,
like.
and I knew what you were saying, so that's why I just moved on.
Boom.
Yeah. Okay. Now what was I saying?
Bob House.
Oh,
Every
bring
time.
your friend to work
Bring your
day or
friend to work
whatever.
day,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, they do like collabs and shit. Like, they like make TikToks with like other people.
Oh, TikToks.
Yeah.
But the TikToks will lead to their OF.
yes,
shit.
the house itself has a TikTok account, and if you click like in their bio, like in their little
Genius.
fucking beacons thing or whatever,
Hey,
it
good business
opens
model.
up, and on there is everyone's social media and all their platforms.
The link tree.
A picture, basically, yeah. Click who you want.
Damn.
Crazy.
How'd
So
you find your girlfriend? Through a link tree.
yeah, and some of them are in relationships, and I'm like,
How do you think that works?
I don't know.
That'd be very interesting.
I truly don't know because
Because I could see it on a level where it's like, it's not necessarily all out prostitution. Like, no one's really fucking your girl,
no.
right? But you
Right.
do have your girl's body out there
Yes.
on the internet.
Yes.
So, and we all know if it's on the internet, it's
It's-
forever.
Yeah, forever. And but like she's making really good money.
For sure, there's that too. She's not doing it for
So
$17
you
an
just
hour.
you can't. I don't think you can have an ounce of like jealousy in your bones or
For
your
sure.
body in order to be in a relationship like that.
I think it'd be a lot more easier for guys to live in that lane than to live in like my girl's a porn star. Because
Definitely,
That's
because then
crazier.
then she's fucking other guys.
and that's
Right now
psychologically
she's not. She's just
insane.
posting like very
Yeah,
sexual
yeah.
content, but
yeah,
like
yeah, that's insane.
she's not doing anything with anybody. But you're married to a porn star.
Oof,
I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
then there's like porn star couples, like that Adam guy.
yeah.
I don't know his full thing, but like him and his wife, they both do porn.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think that's the only way that can happen.
If they both
That
do
makes
it,
more sense to me.
they
'cause
fell
then they both
fell in
know.
love at work. Remember,
That was their work husband.
their coworker. They were coworkers, and then
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, "Oh wait, I kind of love
When they go to work, they're severed.
you." Yeah,
Yeah. Literally and psychologically.
that's
She's
yeah,
getting severed.
that's and then like, but they said that they don't watch each other's stuff.
Oh.
But
Well, that would be freaky if they did.
like
That'd be
they've done like
insane.
threesomes and like even more with other people.
Interesting.
So it's like,
I wonder
okay,
how that
you won't
works.
watch their videos, but you'll do it with them.
I mean, that's just a crazy industry too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like a lot of them have been abused and like
Mm,
they're like on drugs. That's what I've heard.
I don't know. Who's to say? But yeah, those people. I mean, hey, like some of them are
but they're getting their
genuinely-
bread.
and like those couples are happy. So whatever.
Listen, bread above all else.
In those situations, yeah. And then it's like, this is gonna sound so bad, but
Mm.
like you're making so much money,
It's
and then
probably
what?
hard
Like
to stop.
one, yeah.
I'm making.
Because then how are you gonna upkeep your life that
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
been living all this time?
Yeah. You're gonna have to invest. You're gonna have to do it for a long period of time so that you can invest a large chunk of money
Mm-hmm.
to then be able to live off of that money.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have to do it for at least about a year,
Yeah.
filming yourself naked.
If it takes off. If not,
it
imagine,
takes off.
imagine
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just quit
shit.
'cause nobody liked you and
Then
you're
you
like,
just have
fuck.
that. as a memory in your life.
You're like, oh yeah, that.
You did that
People
for
are like,
a
oh, what
year.
were you doing when you weren't working? And they're like, oh, but it didn't work out. Like that's so embarrassing.
Yeah, I was posting every day for a year
Yeah.
instead of 4 TikToks a day, 4 nudes a day, a year.
Yeah, that's
Fuck.
wild.
Insane.
That's a different way of putting yourself out there.
Literally.
There's no way.
Hey, but shout out to them.
People making money by
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, that's crazy. That's a lifestyle, for sure.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, there's one of the girls. She was like, she made a TikTok. She's like, look, I don't recommend being a bot.
Oh,
I
really?
don't like she was like, because she was saying once you're in it, you're kind of like stuck in it,
Yeah, just,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
like
what I'm
even
saying.
even if you do stop, you'll be known for that. You know, I was like, oh, weren't you the porn star? It's like you can't start over. You know what I mean? So yeah, she's like, I don't recommend it because it's hard to get out.
Yeah.
Like a freaking.
Like, what are you gonna brand shift?
You're gonna rebrand
You're
and
gonna-
just not.
No porn star has ever been in a major movie.
No.
And I'm sure they've tried.
Yeah.
No, like it's just that image just follows you for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah. But I mean, whatever. Like I said, like we keep going back to, but they're making so much money.
Yeah, and that's why they're stuck.
There's people in
'Cause
their
how do you
lives that
stop?
won't ever make $1 million, and they're over here making that in like a week.
Hey,
Oh no, a day. I said, huh? A month? What did I
month.
say? A month. So if they make 4 in a month, they're making 1 a week.
yeah,
So they never have to worry about
nothing.
anything.
No, yeah, what to eat? Nothing. They're set. As long as they're smart with their money.
They don't eat
And they're not
the
buying bags.
McDonald's value menu.
Oh,
What'd you say?
do you think you'd be able to like eat McDonald's every day, or like not run out of money if you're a millionaire? If you had $1 million, you think you'd be able to keep it?
Like not spend it all?
Mm-hmm.
I
Or
mean,
would
I
you
would.
immediately start buying shit?
I would do like the basic, like buy a house, buy a car, buy my mom a house, you know, like that stuff.
That's already all your money.
But then, wait, you're kind of right.
I was like, one house is $500,000.
2 houses and the money's gone. Wait a second, it's because $1 million used to be a lot more when I'm thinking
$1
about
million
it. Okay.
200 years ago was like you're a billionaire.
Okay, I'll buy myself a house. And then the rest, I would try and find a way to like invest or
The other 500K.
put it into like some type of something that's gonna make money in return,
Yeah.
like passively.
Invest.
Yeah.
Just invest.
I would, but I wouldn't spend it all. Like,
Yeah.
but I'd definitely buy a house because if I don't have a house,
Yeah.
at that time.
You need a house. Everybody needs a house.
Hmm.
That's numero uno.
But yeah, I mean, it's like $1 million is like a lot of money, but then it's literally not because you buy 2 houses and that's it.
Yeah.
And then that's like if you buy like
It's life changing money,
could be,
but it
Mhm.
can't. It probably won't keep your life changed.
No. It's like
Unless you're
a
very
it's like a
smart.
one opportunity.
Yeah. You better be real smart with this 1
Yeah.
million.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. That when I was little, $1 million, I was like, oh, if I had $1 million,
That's literally.
I would
forever
never
money.
have to work again.
I would never run out of money.
Yeah, but now you need like $1 billion, huh?
No, I'd say if you have above 10 million, you're probably good.
Okay.
I'd say if I I'd be comfortable at 10 million.
We've never had anything close to that.
Give me a cool 60
Millionaires,
maybe I'll be
millionaires are like
comfy.
10 million. Change, it's nothing.
Yeah. 60 mil is cool though. Like just anything above 10, I think
Okay,
is
I'll
like
take like
you're
100
not
million.
that worried.
I don't need $1 billion. I'll take 100 million.
100 million is a lot.
Yeah,
That is a lot.
yeah. Give it to me, please. Thank you.
Welcome back to Money Talk. That's why we need a money beast.
Literally. Like freaking Mr. Beast, like his games and stuff, they win like millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like I think
Put me in a Mr. Beast game. I'll shit myself to win, bro.
I think the highest person got like 16 million or something.
Yeah. You ever seen
15,
those videos where it's like his friends have to stay in a circle for
Oh yeah.
24 hours? The last one to leave a circle gets $1 million. Something like that.
There's a game on there.
I'm not leaving.
No, I mean, but like
I'm going to meditate for 85 hours. So I will
No.
be fasting and won't need any water.
you're just
I'm just there. Eventually I'll be floating, so I'll be above the circle.
You'll be in another dimension
Yeah.
for sure. But there's a game on there where okay, I'm gonna botch it a little bit, but basically, let's say we're in this house, and in the room next to us there is $1 million. Okay, and in here there's 5 people. and he's like, okay, there's $1 million in there. You guys can share it, or one of you guys can take it all. But this is like your team. These are like your people, right? So it's like, are you gonna be a good person, or are you just gonna fucking take the $1 million and run, and none of them get anything, right?
Yeah.
And they go in there, and the first person I think takes like 150,000 or 200,000, like something like enough for them, but left some for the other people. And then the next person in there goes. And
they don't know.
They don't know because they don't go back to that room.
Okay.
They
just
leave after that. So then the next person
if you're
goes.
The last person.
Wait, listen. So the second person goes. He goes in, takes a little bit for himself too, leaves the money. So by the time the third person goes in there, there's like almost $6 million left, or
Wow.
600,000 left.
Okay.
So
still
the
a
first
lot.
two only took like 200 or less,
Okay.
right? Each. He takes it all. He walks out that room with 600,000. So the fourth person goes in there and there's no money. Yeah.
You could have left. You could have at least left. Take 30.
Leave them at least like 30 grand.
Yeah.
Like leave them 1,000, like something. He left nothing and just took it all. And this is real. This really happened.
Yeah.
So that's
That. Yeah. He's gonna go kill that person now.
yeah. Imagine.
Some of these people will probably die after.
Mm-hmm. And then
Hopefully
it's
nothing.
like the first two people could have done that
Yeah.
and left
To
him
you.
nothing.
That just shows really his character.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a psychological test.
Mhm.
They're testing these people with
Mhm.
money,
Mm-hmm.
but they're giving it to them, which is cool.
Personally, okay, what would you do?
I mean, I'm on camera, so I'd take the 20.
What would you do?
I would have left them 30.
So you would have taken it all.
No, if it was 600,000.
Like if you're,
Oh, I would have left them 300,000.
I'm saying if you're going in the room and you're first, how much money are you taking first?
How much money's in there?
1 million.
1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would just divide it 4 ways.
Just make it even all the way around.
I'd divide it 4 ways.
Okay, be serious. Would you take it?
No, I mean I would divide it 4 ways, so I would take whatever my share is.
Okay, you would actually do that. You
Well,
wouldn't. You
what
wouldn't
is
take
it-
like
If
500,000
none
and
of
then
us take it, do we get anything?
no.
Oh, so then yeah, I'm taking 1/4.
But you wouldn't take any more than that.
No.
Like take half and let them.
I might be like my math was a little off, but I wouldn't take
You
like
would
a
leave
crazy
money.
amount. Yeah, definitely leave. I'd
Yeah,
leave
I would leave money too.
for sure.
I would feel guilty if I took it all.
It'd be crazy if you take all the money and all you leave is $1 on the floor.
One for each. $4.
100, 100, 100.
Yeah, dude, that's
That'd
even
be
worse.
crazy.
You either take it all or don't leave that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to take it all though, because it would literally like eat me alive. I would be so guilty. I'm not trying to sound like pick me, like oh my god, I'm such a good person.
Yeah.
But like, if you're taking it all, you
Taking it
literally
all
don't give
is
a fuck.
That is a crazy move. You
Yeah.
have balls, buddy.
Mhm.
You better run out. You better leave the parking lot
Mm-hmm.
because they will chase you. If like one guy gets a little too angry because you took all the money, and he just gets in the car. Where is that fucking guy?
Crazy.
He gets in his car like his mom. He's gonna bury his mom with that money. Now
And
he can't
then-
bury his mom.
And then like the first two people, when they find out, they must have been like, oh, I should have taken more. That way he wouldn't have been left with as much.
Yeah, that too.
Because he gypped everyone.
Yeah, he got more money than both of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Than the 4. I think
Yeah,
it was like
true.
5 people. I'm making up 5 people. I don't know how many people actually got.
Whatever.
Anyway, Mr. Weeks is crazy for that.
Like he's being philanthropic and he's giving away money and he has charities or whatever. And he's a
Yeah,
good
but
person.
he's like not
But
by
he's,
putting
like-
people in those situations.
Yeah.
Like,
he's kind of putting stress and paranoia. In
oh,
these people.
100%.
And he's like,
And like now I kind of want to watch
You
it because I've
sickos.
never once thought like, oh, I want to watch his games or whatever. But after hearing that, I'm like, okay,
no, he
I
literally.
kind of want to see.
He kind of ripped off Squid Games.
I was just gonna say that
Like,
he did Squid Games, but like no killing.
Yeah, he did ethical Squid Games, just
Yeah.
money,
Yeah,
but it's not real anyways.
but like people will kill for money, so yeah,
Yes.
watch out. I wonder. I think like for safety purposes, they should go in there and like not say their real names and like
There probably is some security.
yeah,
There's
because
gotta
there's no way there isn't.
And who's to say that like if they don't share money outside of it?
They actually signed contracts.
Okay.
They cannot
So
share.
then there's that too.
Yeah, like in those moments, they cannot be like, okay, let's sit down. You take this much and you
Yeah,
take
yeah,
this
yeah.
much, so we can all be even. You're not supposed to do that. Yeah, because they're obviously they're on camera, so they
Yeah,
can
yeah,
catch you.
You have your face.
Yeah, yeah. So crazy.
Gotcha.
I'm like, I would go like on a game show like The Price is Right or whatever. But then I'd be mad as fuck if they have pick room 1, 2, 3 or curtain 1, 2, 3, and then I'll pick 2, and then it's like a fucking. Sometimes it's like
A
you want a
scooter.
lunch pail or something stupid, and then the next one is a car, and then the next
Yeah.
one is $30,000.
A house.
I chose that.
Vacation to the Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
Full paid all inclusive resort.
Like Deal or No Deal.
$1 million worth.
Deal or
like
No Deal.
Yeah, Deal
Yeah.
or No Deal with Harry Mandel.
Yeah, they have that game at John's Incredible. I've been playing that. Never won, bro. Never won. Where they're like, follow the suitcases, and I'm like,
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it.
I got it. I'm
Yeah,
like, fuck,
fucking
it's
right.
$30. I got $30.
Yeah, and they like negotiate you, and I'm like, no deal with my tickets. That game,
can
I feel like
dream.
that game is more fucked up than like The Price is Right, right? Because The Price is Right, the audience
original
is
Mr.
like,
Beast, yeah.
and then in No Deal, Deal or No Deal, everyone's like so serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like you can't breathe. It's like
And these people are always like, I'll just help my family with my with this money. Oh, buddy, you won $75. Good luck
that's-
next time.
Next time, yeah.
What did the boss say upstairs? It's a
And
shadow.
it's a shadow. The phone rings.
It's not
If
even
they
a
pick
fucking
it
road,
up.
dude. So disrespectful.
So crazy.
Oh, we're gonna offer you $5,000. Deal or no deal?
No deal. Yeah, I'd probably say
Shit.
no deal the whole show.
No, I'd say no deal. Fuck that.
Well, I mean,
I'm
you
there.
you can kind of not read the odds, but like because they start eliminating, so
No,
you're like,
I'm not trying to
okay.
do no math, no statistics. I'm going straight gut.
No deal, no deal, no deal.
Yeah, no deal, no deal. That number.
You're just moving it,
Yeah.
not thinking about it.
Mm-mm.
When they turn around, they ask the crowd, "What number?"
I don't give a fuck.
You're not listening to the
No.
crowd. Okay.
That's programming.
What about that movie? I mean, that show. What's that show where they like ask you questions and you have to know all the answers? Do you know what I'm
I
talking
know
about?
it's a Slumdog Millionaire.
Where you can like phone the audience or phone someone you know.
That's fun. Phoning someone you know.
What game is that?
It's always questions.
Yeah, that
don't know,
game. Those people have to be so fucking smart
Very smart.
because they ask you anything
Because
from
it's trivia.
anything from any time.
Yeah.
No,
I would've
no,
lose.
no, 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 no.
Oh.
First question immediately
Because you
out.
can't study for that shit.
No, no.
you
'cause,
just have to read a
like,
bunch of
how do people
encyclopedias.
know that stuff? How do they know it all?
The only thing I can think of is just reading encyclopedias and history books.
I
Just
don't-
information books. That's it.
That's boring.
Yes.
But then you go on a show like that, and then you win money, and
Then you win money.
yeah,
Then you're a millionaire.
what?
but-
That's gonna bug me. I can't think of it.
Yeah. But if you are related to someone and they get the money and then they immediately blow it, you're like, what the fuck, dog? We all could have got out.
Okay, yeah, but then it's like you expect them to save you.
True. But it's like you could have done
Like
that
if
money
I
good
won
for
money,
yourself.
would you expect me to give you money?
No, but I would expect you to at least move out.
What do you mean move out?
Like move out of this house and get a house.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
but then I don't do
like
anything.
if you just buy hella bags, or if you
I
go
would
to
never, but yeah.
Vegas, or if you like
Yeah.
gamble your money, like people, that's a lot of people lose their money that way.
True.
People who become millionaires very fast, like it's a what's it called, like a stereotype that they
Yeah,
don't know how to spend their money well, and they buy yachts and shit, and they
yeah, and then they run out of
spend it
money.
fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. I get what you're saying.
I'd be like, bro,
All that for literally nothing.
yeah,
Literally nothing.
you had you had the window, the door
Mm-hmm.
to be in another tax bracket,
Ow.
my brother.
I know, huh? Crazy.
You could have started your own LLC. Let me tell you about
You
an
have-
LLC.
That's one thing. If you have that money, you at least start one business.
Start at least one scam. Start something.
One scam.
A business, a scam, something.
Scammers are crazy.
Yeah, credit card scammers too.
Yeah, like first of all, how do you get my password?
I don't know.
How do you get my last four
Anytime
of my
I get an
social
email
security?
with like you're breached, I'm like, good luck. You can have it.
People, I always get one. People like trying to sign into my PayPal. I'm like, there's nothing in there, brother. I'm like, yeah, good luck. Even if you do get
If you
in.
find something, let me know.
Yeah.
You can
If-
actually keep whatever.
Yeah. I'm like, and who's trying? Like, who's finding my email? Who's getting my phone number? Like, that's like public information.
No,
Right,
it's
like,
not public, but they
companies-
just know how to do it.
Yeah, they get into like companies' That's what they do, right?
There's some hacker way to do it.
Yeah.
Some
'Cause, like,
computer program you can get.
There's like a
off
big scam
that
years
Onion
ago.
site.
The Onion one. What?
There's the black web, the
Oh.
real black web. One of the websites I think is called like.
I would never even
Onion or
try to
something.
get into any of that. I don't want any
Yeah.
of that in my log.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't. That's why VPNs became popular. That was when like a big reason people had VPNs in general.
But like, can't like FBI people and stuff still find a way?
Well, VPN is supposed to be like very protective, but I'm probably sure I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the FBI they have a lot of technology they don't tell us about.
It's like people who commit a crime and always like restart their phone, but their data is still somewhere.
It's in the cloud.
Yeah,
It's
and
an
the
iPhone.
cops always find it.
Yeah.
Idiots. That's how you know they're dumb. You're committing this crime with all the evidence on your phone. You're like,
Taking
restart,
pictures.
it's gone.
Yeah.
No.
You didn't delete the photos off your MacBook though.
Or your Google Photos. They're like, oh, I restarted my phone. Literally, this
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
committed a crime, turned in his phone, wiped clean. They're like, okay, this is suspicious. Oh, went to his Google account. Oh, you have Google Photos?
Yeah.
Everything was in there.
Yeah,
And he's like, in the interrogation room, he's like, idiot, bro. Idiot. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Anyway, people
We
are
can wrap it
stupid,
up though. Thank you.
man. Thank you. Bye. Okay. I'm just chatting it up, and you're like, we can wrap it up. All right. Thanks for watching. Literally don't know episode. I think it's 47. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Even though you're not, you better. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.